This is my home. I'm gonna fight for it. But I can't do it without you.
Somebody wants to brawl.
Hey, when did you realize you were being shaped for a destiny bigger than anything you imagine? Masters of the Universe, let's see. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Let's See show. This week we got to see Masters of the Universe, directed by Travis Knight, starring Nicholas Goudstein, Camila Mendes, and Idris Elba. So, Masters of the Universe does run about 2 hours and 21 minutes, and it does seem a little long in some parts, but I do believe it gives you enough in the rest of the movie to make it worth it. It does drop us right back into Prince Adam's return to eternity after 15 years away, only to find his home world shattered under Skeletor's rule. The Sword of Power calls him back into a destiny he's been avoiding, pushing him to join Teela and Duncan confront the darkness consuming his world, and finally remembering who he really is. He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. And if you need to step out for a moment, there is a natural lull about 58 minutes in, right when Adam is still wrestling with whether he's going to pick up that sword again or not. That's the perfect window to step into the realm of relief while the heroes pause before the next big Eternian showdown. So this is a live action movie that leans into the cartoon roots. Really appreciated that. The costume design embraces the same feel of the cartoon and the animation that it originally got its roots from. It follows the lore to the original characters pretty good. It's got that Flash Gordon energy, colorful, pulpy, self-aware. It also feels like that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles back in the day, quirky, fun, not taking itself too seriously. I will tell you the visuals definitely popped. They deserve a premium screen. And the soundtrack, that was spot on. There was one track here that takes me back to another sword-wielding hero. I'll let you figure that out on your own. And there are some cameos that are sprinkled out through the film. Hey, and you know my theme, the film does ask, what am I if you take away everything that I own? And had that Skeletor trying to answer that for himself. A couple other quotes that I absolutely love. You gotta get up and stand tall, referring to when you get knocked down. Another quote that jumped out at me, I know how to use my power, I just choose not to. That's the strength in a man. That ties perfectly into Jordan Peterson. Yeah, Jordan Peterson's line where he says, a harmless man is not a good man. A good man is a very dangerous man who has that under voluntary control. That's the whole arc of Adam's role here. Perfect restraint, not unleashed recklessly. These themes of identity, restraint, calling, courage, and choosing strength run through the whole movie. You know, Battle Cat shows up without armor in this movie, but it feels like they're hinting at a sequel. You know, if you wait till the end credits, you might even see what I'm talking about. Hey, Jared Leto's Skeletor, it's not dark, it's not comedic, it's a perfect balance of both. So this movie is not connected to the 1987 film. That one took itself way more seriously. This one's lighter, more playful, and self-aware. Can I say self-aware one more time? Maybe self-aware? Maybe I'm being self-aware. Hey, and you know what? I walked out entertained. This movie kept my interest the whole time and delivered exactly that kind of quirky, self-aware, there it is again, energy that it promised. Hey, there are a couple of monologues that could have been trimmed down to make the runtime a little bit shorter, but I'll tell you, the casting made up for it. It was spot on. A lot of big names, and they were well used. Hey, and look, some of you fans are going to notice they left out Orko, which makes Eternia feel like someone forgot to plug in the Wi-Fi. Hey, everything works, but you can still tell something's missing. It leaves a perfect setup for a sequel. Masters of the Universe 2, Orko Unmuted. So overall, I would say, give this a watch at the theaters. And you know, all of that reminded me of Isaiah 41:10. Don't be afraid, for I am with you. Don't be discouraged, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will hold you up with my victorious right hand. And all of that fits because Masters of the Universe is ultimately a story about a man stepping into a calling he tried to run from. Adam doesn't become He-Man by feeling strong. He becomes He-Man by trusting that strength will meet him when he steps forward. The verse captures that truth. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's knowing you're not stepping into a fight alone. Hey, and did you know the journey to a live-action Masters of the Universe is one of the longest roads in Hollywood? Attempts stretch back to 2007, passing through studios like Warner Brothers, Columbia Pictures, and even Netflix, which eventually backed out when they saw the budget start creeping up towards $200 million. And nearly 2 decades of false starts, Amazon MGM is the studio that finally brought Eternia to the big screen. And speaking of false starts, He-Man himself went through a couple. Noah Cantuo was originally cast, again, pardon me for the names, then stepped away because of the COVID delays. Kyle Allen came next, but the project stalled again. Nicholas Gatslin is actually the third that took up the sword of power and one who finally made it to the finish line. There's also a fun surprise tucked into the cast. The real-life Jorn Borgson, yes, the Mountain. He shows up as Goat Man, one of Skeletor's henchmen. When you see him on the screen, you understand immediately why he doesn't need CGI to make him look intimidating. And now you know. Hey, and don't forget about the sneak peeks, the whole reason we show up on time. This week we got to see The Dog Stars coming out August 28th, and this one you're going to want to keep your eyes out for. Next we saw The Death of Robin Hood coming out June 19th, Supergirl June 26th, Spider-Man Brand New Day July 31st, Mutiny August 21st, How to Rob a Bank September 4th. Hey, until next time, let's see.
Hang on, it's about to get weird.